Some of the best things that I found on camping with the Kimberley Kube. Here's what we found. So some probably 6, 7 really good items that I liked or I might improve on. So one of them was big windows, cross breeze. So we were able to open those windows, and that roof fan going out was a great one where we drove the air up and out and it sucked fresh air in. So that made a really big difference. Now we've gone into some areas, it has been raining, so there's a lot of bugs around. So what we've done is we've had the screens up, we've had the door closed a fair bit. We haven't actually used that screen door as much because we were just managing, keep it closed was our big thing there. Those windows open, fan going out was driving air in. So really like that. That kept us cool. Last night was cooler night, so then we didn't need as much fan, or we didn't need the windows open as much. So just having them open was good. We've been pumping in some power. So we have been running no gas here. So it's been induction, the little electric fry pan, or our little electric plate that we've been using for sausages and burgers, good boys camping, stuff like that, and running about that 60 amps a night, hey? So 20% of our battery, 300 amps in there, and we've been using electric all the way. I do have one of those little butane ones, so I can sneak out and make my coffee early in the morning. But what has changed with camping with the Cube? What we found here. So again, we can close this up. We've got some lights there. I've done a little extra Velcro on there to manage with my awning. Thank you, sir. We always are looking at locking that door, so deadbolt for travel, because this video's got a bunch of little, good job, 4-wheel drive tours there. So we've really rocked this thing about. Probably first thing is I get to camp here and I drop those airbags down because it is a big step. So we brought our other step. Is that step being cool? Yeah, so that's it. And making sure, right, we've got the, you can, oh, see, you can do it, right? And push on the door. You're gonna open it? Yeah, so there you go, hey? Cool, let's open it all the way up, hey?
Open it from the inside, you push it like this.
You put, oh, you pull it like that, yeah.
And to lock it, isn't it this?
It's that one, hey? Yeah. So we wanted to lock at night, hey?
Unlock.
Very good, hey? And so we just put some Velcro there, so when we did have that awning set up, we could just then lock it into that half position. And we threw a wall up. That made some good protection, right? We could hide some gear up here, so we had a wall on this side. Big comfy bed, king bed, right? We needed to get some king sheets to go in there. But I guess what's changed for us here is it's really made me keep a clean campsite with this. So I've got my kitchen here, yeah? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that guy out. So again, we're set up for travel here. So this is pretty high. Is it a pretty high kitchen? Yeah. Right? And then we drop the airbags down right on there. And this is where we've been washing our hands. So we've been coming back from camping and we've been using this kitchen out here. We set up the leg for the one night of cooking. There you go, right? Water pump on. We've used a bit of water through there. But what I found is I've been using the water on the other side for washing up some of our gear, and having a spare little short hose, I'm going to show you what we did on the other side, was really good, using that, using a shower. But what we've really found is that we're hanging out here, we're cooking on this, we've got some dishes and stuff in here, and we've got that away. Because we're touring, we're actually sneaking that away a lot, and we're off to our next spot. So we've done a lot of kilometers through lots of different places. From the beach to where do we go?
Inskip.
Inskip Point, yeah.
Inskip Point, yeah.
But we're up here in the hinterland. So we're up in the back of Mapleton. And did we almost get stuck? Did we? It was a bit slippery. The 4-wheel, yeah, bouncing. Well, we didn't get stuck. Yeah, we didn't get stuck, but we were really pushing it where it was slippery and we were giving her, right? And the camper was sliding around. And probably one of those things that I would pick up from, we actually got to a point on a track that we could see the ground clearance and we were dropping in, that we actually then raised the airbags up to quite high. And when we put them up, we got more clearance around the drawbar. And what I then did that next night was I put the airbags all the way up again, and I just washed them with my outside shower. So because I've been through a lot of sand, mud and stuff, I actually got my hose under there and hit all the airbags to keep them clean, keep the grit out of them. And I thought that was just something I was doing for maintenance. was getting them up again, washing them off, and then dropping them down to a low point for camping.
There's also a good TV in there.
There is good TV in there.
Like people who want like watching stuff a lot.
Yeah.
They can watch.
Or once in a while, hey? Yeah, but there's Netflix on there. We had Starlink. What?
Like if you, is it YouTube? Like if
There's-
you're gonna watch like
SEQ Campers video? No, right? I don't know. Or Minecraft, right? Yeah. So if you do want to watch a video, there was a TV set up in there, and we had set up some Starlink on this. We never used it because where we went to, we didn't really have the TVs on, but the option was there, the bush camping on our guy there. What we've got right in here and how we've been using this was our water was right here, our water pump. We've got a charger under there that we used a bit, boxes of gear here. Your shoes were here, right? And so we did find that having a little camping mat, so we've got a little runner in there that helped, and we did have a little mat. So 2 door mats could work well, and we've got a runner running through there just to help this. I did notice that this got quite dirty on my 4-wheel drive trip, and so it was easy enough that when you're at the beach, you quite often have a towel here to wipe the sand off your feet to keep it off. So we've got 2 towels that are just beach towels, just for feet. So putting that there or down here really made that easy. And when we had a bit of rain around, it washed itself off there. But using our beach towel, that was pretty good there. Right, so that was us camping table out here. They were hanging out in there. We've got lots in the pantry. That was a bit of a cool stuff in here. One thing I found, if I was looking back out the front here, we've removed the gas bottle. So we're looking to deck this out with our toilet. We had the fire out, even though it was raining, we had the fire set up so we could work on there. What else did you notice outside? What else did you like?
the moon, the sun.
The moon. The moon.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. But it's still different when you're out. There's more stars because we had a good Wednesday.
The beach was really nice.
Beach was good. The tide was pretty good. We got low tide, and then we got high tide, and what did we catch?
Fish.
Fish.
Catching 2 fish on the brand new lure we got.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of good.
It was good, hey? Yeah. We were impressed, right, on some of that stuff there. Right, we're having camping food.
We just opened the lure and we started casting it, and then we caught the fish.
Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, he's eating with his mouth full. Did you understand him? Num, num, num. Nah. It was good, and then we caught some others off the dock and everything there. But it has. And the rock cod, hey, that was pretty good. But the boys have really been enjoying it. King bed has been comfortable for us as a dad and boys here, and the awning out. I think the windows have been great. We've learned a bit about them. But running off power, we've gone to the creek camping. We're up here in the mountains camping. We've gone to the beach camping. We've been touring all around. Like oh no, we unhooked because we went and hiked the sand blow. So we went up and did the sand blow. So we'd unhooked there, and that was pretty good. Setting up at night as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rock cord's only reach up to like 40 centimeters. So I caught one that was 24, so it was a smaller one. Because if people think that they're really big, they're not that big. They only get to 40 centimeters.
But it was cool looking.
It was
hey?
cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool looking, hey? Yeah. So it was a beast, hey? So that's been fun out on the boat there. And probably some of my other things I'll just throw at is that we've tried to keep the doorway pretty easy so we can pull over lunch breaks and hang out. They can just play on there as they stretch out after big drives everywhere. And so having a bit of a bag for my chairs, I had a bit of a rucksack that those chairs can go in, and I can keep them and manage them all here in and out, hey? So those are probably the biggest things. I like that I could jack up the airbags when we got into some working area. At the front here is where I've kept some of my bigger box stuff, but I kept the step up in here. I've got a fire pit, and I've got a thing for some tools and stuff. So I've used that in there. That's been pretty good. We followed that trick of having our lights off. And the other one was that we got this outside light. So it was on your side, wasn't it? We put that outside light and the yellow light over on the other side. Oh, yeah. And so it kept all the bugs on that side where we weren't coming in and out. Yeah, so
that's cool.
That was cool. All of them were hitting your window, right? Using these on the individual switches, using them in there. And right now it's not pretty good. It's only really sunset and sunrise that it was really right at that dusk where we were really careful about that in here. Aren't you clever? And the other thing that I really found was I'd put hats. What do I have up there? I've got hats, some other stuff, some towels. I was putting them up on that bench spot bench top while I was driving. So I really found that that bench top kept a lot of stuff up there because, you know, when you're braking, it might slide forward, but it's all stayed up there. So I thought that was a really good one. We've got the blind at the front, so the kids were able to sleep in, which was really great when we made it nice and dark, fans on, and they were sleeping in a bit longer. Really great for us. We were pumping in the power, so we woke up after cooking everything on electric with about 68% battery. And then what we did from there is we're getting about 8 to 10 amps on this kind of treed area. So it's back up to almost 90+% by the time I went to look at it to start cooking again. So it was pretty much for lunch there. So I'd got quite a bit of power back in with the 400 amps locked on the roof. So I'm liking this setup. We're gonna now take this away over New Year's as well with Maud and I, but this was just our little boys trip and some of the things that we picked up that we really liked about camping in the Cube over the last 5 days. We've got the other side of the Cube here, and I was really using this area to keep some of my mess away from the other side. And what I had here was a table that I thought was good to use. So I had some soap, we were washing our hands after fishing and everything, and I made sure that I had a short hose. So I've got my shower hose for us. I've got a cap for this hose here, which I've left in the bag there, but just having that short little bit of hose clicked on here kept me with a tap to wash things off here, wash out the coffee, French press, and things on this side of the camp, and doing that. I came over and used the airbags quite a bit, so I'd hit those airbags on, I'd arrive at camp, and as soon as I arrive, I would drop that pressure down. Again, we're in the middle of the airbags, but I drop that down, make the step easier. And then once we hit the road, I did have to remind myself, make sure that I go back up to around my 40 PSI. This cube's pretty light, and somewhere around that 45 PSI with water and gear in it was running pretty good. And then high clearance or adjusting in the campground, I could go right up with that one. So that was water here. Another thing that we found is we wanted some more storage, and we've got storage here for some of our gear. So we've got some of our things, our induction plates, our little cooktops here. That was all good for barbecuing. And we could do some of our flat pack items that we use, and we could throw them under here. So we had a bit more room underneath there. I've actually got another fry pan under there, my camping poles there, and we've got our air out here. So just using that, having that little bit of extra hose, and I really did use this size as a great little one here. We use these guys pull out for the kids to put shoes on, so they are kind of a bit of sitting area as well as throwing gear up on top. So I did really enjoy that so far. Just part of our adventure here with the Cube.